Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Exquisite Conversation. I'm Pavani J, CEO and founder of Exquisite PR Firm, host of Winding Down Late Night Conversation, and host of Exquisite Conversation. We're going to do it like we do it here on Winding Down, you guys. I'm going to tell you who's to the left of me. They'll introduce yourself, and then we'll keep rolling. Tonight we have an amazing guest, Mrs. Precious Gibson. She got something to tell us, y'all. And we're going to go ahead and keep it moving. So I, again, am Pavani J, CEO and founder of Exquisite PR Firm. And to the left of me, I have...
None other than King Jacob, the voice of the people, the $1 million voice, Canard Music Management and Media, Exquisite PR Firm, DOO. And, I just give the people what they love, and that's the truth. And I am a certified Gemini, so do not play with it.
To the bottom of you.
To the bottom of me, I do have
Ashley.
Hi, my name is Ashley. I'm here on the West Coast, and I'm with the Exquisite team. To the right of me, I have Stop.
And then Precious, it's your turn.
Hello, I'm Precious Gibson, writer and podcaster with the Cakeish Podcast. I'm on the South Side, so it's a little after midnight where we get. I'm in Florida. But I'm up. I'm awake with y'all. We're going to kick it for a little bit.
Yes, we're going to have a good time tonight. We're going to have a good time tonight, you guys. We got an amazing guest. She's been writing for a long time. We're looking at like 20 years already in the game. We're going to let you give us a story. We're going to let you tell us how you got started, because I heard at 9 years old, you were in front of the class writing, and you wrote something amazing, and they brought your parents in and so on and so forth. And you got a good book right now. We are probably going to purchase your book and find out how you started the book, what gave you the concept, and what it's all about.
All right. So y'all just want me to ramble on?
Yeah, go and dive in.
It's your time. Let's
go and dive in.
Okay. So I started writing in elementary school, or as early as I can remember. I just love to write. I would sit and write for hours. And the story that I always tell when I was 9, we had some little assignment that we could just write. We could just write whatever story. And the story was actually about a young girl, and she was bullied, and she ended up committing suicide. And she left, like a note. And that's when they called my mom from work to the school, and the social workers and like the child psychologists and everybody. They was like interrogating my mom, like, what's going on at home? Why is she writing this type of stuff? Like, is everything okay? Is she being abused? Like, they held my mama for hours, like trying to see like if she was abusing me or something. And they interrogated me. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I always watched a lot of TV, and I just was smart. I was just really smart and in tune with stuff going on just from a young age. And I love to write. So it just kind of went from there. Like, I just remember all through middle school. In middle school, I wrote my first book, and I hand wrote it in notebooks. And I passed it around to all my teachers and all my classmates. And again, they called my mama. And they was like, y'all need to get her in some type of program. Like, she's really gifted. But I just didn't see it as that. It was just like a hobby. I just really, really love to write. I would sit in my room and just hand write anything for hours. So when I got grown, just starting to write for blogs and meeting so many people, and it's like I have all these stories, and I never even thought to publish any of them. It's just something I do for fun. So a few years ago, I'm like, I'm really going to publish one of my books. Like if it sell, it sell. If it don't, it don't. But I think I want to publish it. So I went ahead and did it and started the process and tweaked it a little bit. So that's how we got here after all them years. So I'm happy though. I'm happy I went ahead and did it after, because I just never would have thought about it before.
So what did you, when you wrote the book, you finally decided to publish it, and when you published it, did you have some type of thought process like, okay, we're gonna go do a book signing? And from the book signing, just from like looking at other people do book signings and so on and so forth, did you even think that this would happen for you?
No, I didn't want to overthink it, because for one, I never published the book. So I'm like, I'm not gonna think too much about it. I'm just gonna do it. So I just started small, like, okay, let me get it edited. Now let me get a cover. Now let me get it formatted. I just did a little bit by bit, but I never even really thought about like a book signing or really anything until I got to the ending of the editing process after I hired the editor. And I was like, dang, like I should really, like, I was already taking it serious, but I was like, okay, I should really take this a little bit more serious. So I started reaching out to blogs, and I made a media kit and a press release just from me working with blogs for all these years. I knew about media kits and contact, you know what I mean? So I already had that knowledge to do that. But I got kind of to the end of the editing process, and I settled on a release date. And we actually had a book release event that got canceled, unfortunately. So that I did have, I guess it was somewhat of a book signing situation, but now more of the focus is just kind of traveling nationwide and kind of pushing it in person. Because the book release event was going to be here in my hometown, which is good, but I personally would like to go out and meet people in person, like outside of social media and stuff like that. So yeah, I just, to go back to your question, like the book signing and stuff, I just really didn't think about it. I just kind of was like, girl, just do it. Because I've been overthinking it for years. So if I sit down and I overthink it, like, oh my God, I need a book signing, there's people gonna come, I probably wasn't gonna do it. So let me just get it all out.
Yeah, get
I'm
ready.
enjoying it though.
Get ready. It's about to be fun.
I
Once you come to Exquisite Conversation, you're on the road. It's about to be fun. So tell us, I know you don't want to give it away. You don't want to give the book away. But give us some type of synopsis. Like, I mean, really, the wicked we trust. The wicked we trust.
And the wicked we trust.
Yeah, so when I think about that, the first thing I think about is my two-faced friend.
Yes.
That's
and
the
you
first
should.
thing I think about.
That's exactly what you should think about.
My two-faced friend. Every time she go over somebody's house and we go somewhere, we come from church or we go to her church, she always acting funny. And then I feel some type of way, but that's supposed to be my friend. So that's the first thing I thought about.
You're on the right track.
Okay.
You're on the right track. So basically, and I'll show y'all the cover. That's what she looks like. That's a little bit. So, and I got it on my Facebook too. It's probably not that clear on this camera with this ring light.
It's clear. It's clear.
So, it's based around two college friends, Kenya and Tiara. And Kenya, we start with Kenya. She's not really into school. She's just kind of going through the motions. Her friend Tiara is more the bookworm, and she's more focused. So they definitely have two different paths that they're going on, but they're still, opposites attract. They're still best friends. And it is just a series of horrible events on Kenya's part. Kenya is definitely the super villain of the book. Readers are not going to be here for her at all. She's very Just not a good friend. She's not the friend that you want to have. She's the friend that you should have cut off 5-6 years ago, but you holding on for the sake of history. She that friend. So she just one of them folks. And even when I was reading it back, I'm like, why Tiara still friends with her? Like, why are they still friends? Like, she just, every time you think she can't do anything worse to the people that she care about, and really to even herself, like she does bad things to even herself, she just keeps going, and she's really the epitome of just somebody you don't want in your life. And I think that's what I really want readers to take away. Like, just let people go. Like, let people go that don't serve you. That's really the overall message of the whole book. If somebody show you once, twice, 3 times that they're not good for you, let them go. So I think with the friendships in the book, that's really gonna be the thing, the message that stands out above everything. Like, these people's, they just don't want to tear away from each other, and it's gonna hurt everybody in the end. So that's why I called it In the Wicked We Trust, because that's what they subscribe to. They trust in like some of the most wicked things. Kenya is very materialistic. She goes after anything that got money attached to it, good or bad, she want it, you know. And Tiara, she's more attached to men that mean her no good. So it's just like, In the Wicked We Trust, that's really what they trust. So I think
fabulous synopsis. I love it. Do you see a movie, or do you see a series, or do you see a book, or more books?
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that.
That's okay. So do you see a series, or do you see a movie, or do you see more books?
Hold on, I can't hear y'all.
I said, do you see a series? Yeah, we can hear you really well. Can you? You can't hear us? What does it sound like?
Can't hear nothing. Hold on. What happened?
Did someone try to call? You probably have to go out and come back in. Go out and come back in.
Can y'all hear me? I still can't hear y'all. Oh my goodness.
Somebody let her know to go out and come back in. There we go. I like it. I like the whole scheme, with the whole grand scheme of things. I'm thinking series, movie.
You so goofy, Jacob.
I just have mercy, man. Ooh.
Did she know to click the same link to go back in?
You want me to message her?
Yeah, message her.
I'll be right back.
So, Mr. Jacob.
Yeah.
Here she comes. Here she comes. Perfect.
Let's see. I am so sorry. I'm so bad with anything having to do with technology.
That's okay.
Okay, we back. Sorry.
Yeah. So when someone calls your phone, you either have to let it sit there and then it'll come back in, or just go out really fast and come back in, or push the video button and then click it twice. Okay. It'll get you right back in.
Okay, so thank you.
You're welcome. So to what we were saying, what I was saying was, are you looking at a series of books on this right here title, or are we looking at a movie, or are we looking at a movie series, Netflix, Hulu?
I would love that. I would love to see my book become some type of visual. It could be a television show, it could be a movie, but I'm definitely working on a sequel. I'm about actually halfway done with the sequel already. So
okay, paperback, book wise, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
on
paperback.
what, where is it streaming from? You got Amazon. Where is it? Where can we purchase it?
Amazon and Barnes and Noble, definitely on Valentine's Day. That's when it's released.
It's dropping.
But
Okay.
I want it on. I'm gonna get it on as many platforms as I can. But Valentine's Day, those are the two that it will absolutely be on.
Barnes and Noble though is if you get on Barnes and Noble, that's good. You got a good publisher.
I hope so. Like I said, I'm just winging it. I'm like,
everybody really, it's you pretty much can put something on Amazon. Amazon is like Amazon is wildfire, but if you get on Barnes and Noble, that's not you.
Well, that's a good thing to know.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You got you on Barnes and Noble, they taking your back. Yeah, that's good because they're gonna sell it for something. You got to figure the profit from it.
Right.
Barnes and Noble ain't cheap. Yeah. Think about when you go to Barnes and Noble, you spending $20 on a book at least.
At least, yeah. So
okay,
that's a good thing. I'm hoping. I'm hopeful. I just really wanted it out. Like I definitely want to make money, of course, but I don't want to focus too much on sales because that can get discouraging, especially if you're new and
you're new. Enjoy the ride because you don't know what
exactly.
You don't want to. I know you don't want to focus on the money, especially if you didn't do it for the money. This is where the fame comes in. And fame is more than just money. It's more than just money. So yeah, embrace the ride, and it's your first book, and you already got the sequel done, so you ahead of the game a little bit.
I'm trying.
I'm trying. It'll be a Lifetime. That sounds like some Lifetime movie type stuff to me.
It do.
I'm praying. So I be talking to people. I would love it. Now that's really my dream, to have somebody make it into a movie. I would love to see that.
Do you have a PR?
No. Like people, when they see how I'm going about it, they like, you don't have a PR at all? I'm like, no, I just study PR. It's like, I don't have a PR. I don't. I just study PR and other bloggers and just kind of pick up what I can. But a lot of people have asked me that, and no, not yet. I won't say just no, but no, not yet.
Not say yet, because you're gonna need one. Yes,
I'm sure eventually I'm gonna need one.
When you're ready, come back this way.
I will.
You come
back y'all sound like y'all know what y'all doing. See me, I'm just in the wind. I just be doing stuff.
But that's how things happen. Just be doing stuff. Go ahead, Jacob.
So from a male perspective, I got a few choice questions for you.
Yes, go ahead.
Upon looking at your YouTube video, something piqued my interest. And you was talking about friendship goals and friendship goals between women. Women are weird when it comes to friendship. They go back and forth, and to us, it's something just a simple matter. But you guys to go back and forth, and it be this long, drawn out beef when it could have been, somebody got to be the person be like, you know what, you got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that person is going to kind of shut up because, if you give ammunition to loose lips, then you're going to continue to get loose lips. You know what I mean? So
this is true.
What are the boundaries for women when it comes to friendship, and when it comes to, we hanging, we banging, we slanging, you my girl, like, what boundaries do y'all have? You know what I mean? Because, I can sit back and look, I'll be like, she just fucked with her while certain people around. Or she fucked with her, but she don't want her family to know that she rocked with her because it's not pleasing to her family's eyesight. Or, she okay, you know what I mean? I'm gonna rock with her because she know a lot of dudes that got a lot of money. Or it's like it ain't really genuine. So what are the boundaries? Like, let me know so I can go ahead and put out a disclaimer to the fellas, and so we can make more sense of it. You know what I mean?
So when you say the boundaries, do you mean like what lines I won't cross, or what I won't tolerate?
I mean what lines that shouldn't be crossed. Period.
Oh, that shouldn't be crossed. Period.
Right.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
For me. I think one line that shouldn't be crossed is obviously the talking behind the back to other friends or mutual friends. I think that's just a line that shouldn't be crossed. And honestly, sometimes it can be easy to cross that line, especially if you two friends and y'all have a mutual friend. It's kind of easy to be like, girl, let me tell you what Keisha just talked. You know what I mean? Because y'all are mutuals. But I think it could still, you could cross that line of talking about your friend behind their back. So I think you definitely don't want to do that. I think it's lines with men that shouldn't be crossed. It's a lot of lines with men that shouldn't be crossed. You shouldn't even kind of entertain no man that your girlfriend is entertaining at all whatsoever, under no circumstances. And my characters in my book do a lot of that.
You say what now? What say about men?
Your friend can date your friend. I don't care if it's 20 years down the line and you were 15 and now you're 35. He's still off limits.
Nicole, listen, man, bros don't look at it. You know what I mean? Bros don't look at it, man. It's bros got a code and they'll tell you quit. And I'm gonna be blunt. What they gonna tell you? They're gonna say bros before hoes and keep it pushing. That's what they gonna say.
Okay, that's the same.
That's what men say.
Yeah, that's what men say.
So, and that's what we say. We say regardless.
So
of the fact,
I mean,
he's most
men, if he dated her 30 years ago, and they were in high school, and 30 years has passed, and this bro got a wife, he got 6 kids, he got 2 businesses, he's not gonna care if you date her. It's not that serious with him. Be like, bro, that's somebody I dated when I was in the 10th, 11th grade.
That's something different. That's something
but that's different. What we talking about 20, 30 years ago.
No, I didn't, somebody married and then we talking about freelancing. We talking about 2 single people, 4 single people, 3 single people, however many single people, not married with kids and all of that. But if we all single still, and we had a tight-knit relationship and you were with somebody for some years, couple years, 3-4 years, and now y'all done broke up. And we all used to hang together. And then now here we are at 30, 31, and we supposed to be dating. And I knew that my girl was super into him and they were dating 4 or 5 years, maybe not, miscarriage, maybe not, whatever they was doing. No.
I'm just saying, Nicole.
I don't
men is not gonna look at the same. Men is not gonna look at the same as women, no matter how you look at it.
Because I know his dirt.
Amen.
Exactly.
Listen, man.
No.
Men ain't gonna look at the same as women. We gonna ask, well, how she was when she was with you? Like, bro, what you mean how she was? She was, either he was with her, but he might have been like, I was with her, bro, but I wasn't with her. You know what I mean?
If he was with her for 3 or 4 years, he was with her.
That don't mean he with her. Oh, listen, man.
They was with together.
When it comes to males, if he's dating somebody for 2-3 years, that don't mean he was with her, man. Like when you with her. Listen, man.
What type of relationship is that?
Listen, man. It take you. It take you like if you dating her and y'all ain't really living together. Y'all ain't got that commitment. Like, he could be dating her and 4, 5 other women, and she'll be cool with it.
Who cool?
It happens all the time.
Okay, so if they
It
not
happens
living
all the
together,
time, but I may not be cool with it.
Oh yeah. If a person tolerates it, they cool with it. Facts.
If they tolerate it, some people tolerate it. I just don't tolerate it. But some folks tolerate it.
I mean, you know, I guess it's the Aaliyah song, 1 in a million. I mean, I'm just saying.
So if they dating, they don't live together, but they've been together 2, 3 years, and he is now monogamous. He's not monogamous to her. Now, see, this is the difference. Him playing monogamous while he's with her, and then when he's not with her, not being monogamous. That's a whole different ball game. See, if he with her, and when he with her, and he talking about, oh, I love you, and we gonna have the world together, and you the star, and I'm the moon, and all that good shit.
There we go.
And then when he get out in public, he act like he forgot he said that last night. We got a problem.
Exactly.
That means he's a liar and a cheater. So if he comes to her and he tells her, look,
oh my God,
you're gonna be one of my friends too. If you want to be my friend, you can be my friend, and that's what we're gonna be, some special friends. And when we together, but when we not, and she go along with that, then that's a whole different ball game. But if we playing like we're gonna get married next year, then no.
Mm-hmm. No.
Okay, I mean, I can understand your point, but what I'm trying to tell you, in the society that we live in today, a lot of this, what I'm talking about, happens. It happens a lot.
Society, it's old society too. My grandmama told me about some stuff like that.
Okay, we not talking about then. We talking about the time we living in.
Now and later on, the statistics is still gonna be the same. Men who don't be honest.
And listen, man, don't do that.
And women, right? It's some women that's some cold pimps too now. Players too.
More than men.
Yes,
way more than men.
No, not way more.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
in
so.
2022.
Because we too emotional.
Hold,
we
no,
too emotional.
no,
we gonna get attacked.
No, sweetie. In 2022, maybe back then it was like that, but today, as they say, as Rick James said, cold in a motherfucker.
It could be that if you are engulfed around that, like, I just don't see a lot of women,
oh my God,
who don't want to have monogamy.
Right.
I don't know a lot of women who don't want to be monogamous, who don't want to be with that one man, period. I know some women who are shortchanged, like as soon as he do something, she out. She ain't finna be going back and forth and all of that. I know some women like that, but I also know that women prefer to be monogamous more than men do. Like, we prefer to be with who we with. I mean, as little girls, we're trained to think, pick a house,
some of you are trained like that. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get that twisted. Some of you are trained like that.
Okay, well, who do you think is trained at 5 years old? The girl, you're going to have 4, 5 men when you get big. Don't nobody train you.
Exactly.
Nobody don't train you like that. But everybody don't get trained like you're talking about either.
It doesn't make a difference if you're training people like everybody don't get trained like that, but just the statistics when you're a little kid, even just a little girl, you and your friends playing. You play Ken doll, you play Barbie doll, you play family. Mm-hmm. It's like a known fact. That's what girls think about when we're young. We're gonna have a husband and kids. Boys don't think like that.
Okay.
No, they're not taught like that.
No,
and sometimes it's a gift and a curse because little girls
we talk about like that. We talk about mechanics and home improvement and like we
boys talk about different things. Like, so they don't. Girls at a young age think like that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the I don't know the thinking. I don't know what the thinking has went all the way out the window, but in 2022,
I think a lot of women just feel like liberated, and they feel like, well, these men are having 2-3 women, so I can go casually date. I could do, I don't have to be sitting at home thinking we in a relationship when we not. So I'm gonna go enjoy myself too. I think that's what a lot of women. I don't think that mean they're dogs or whores. I just think that a lot of women like, you know what, these men doing them, so I'm gonna go have me a good time until one wanna act right. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I mean, they've been doing it though, so I mean, they ain't no secret.
It ain't no secret. No, I just think we living in a new era. It don't have to be a secret no more.
It ain't never been a secret. They do what they want, when they want, and why they want.
It was a secret at one point. It was
when? When?
It was a secret at one point. It was a secret at one point. Because you were labeled a hoe, a prostitute, a slut. So it was a secret. Now today the labels aren't there. If he a hoe, if she a hoe, then he a hoe. If she can, right. So it's just a label. The label was there back then. So it was more sneakily done. That's how people ended up with milkman daddies. But
but I mean, it's plenty like that now. As soon as somebody die, oh, that's his son or that's his daughter. And that's how it happens, sneakily. Like, it ain't sneaky. Man, listen,
They were sneaky.
Yeah, all right.
They
man,
were
you
like, it's not as
like when I was in school, I had homeboys that looked like certain dudes in the neighborhood. And I'd be like, listen, man. I used to tell my other homeboys, I said, listen, bro.
That's a shame.
That's that motherfucker son right there. That's that motherfucker.
Well, that's because you live in a small city too. See where
it don't make no difference. Was it small or big? It don't make a difference.
It make a difference if you
Nicole,
live in a big city like
don't
this,
act like I didn't live in a big city too. Now,
okay, right?
Like,
but even so, well, you must have lived in the big city, not when you was growing up. Because if I'm living in a big city and it's 25,000 people on the east side, 25,000 people on the west side, 25,000 on the north and on the south, you can go on the east side and have a whole family and don't nobody know about you on the west side.
Okay, I can understand that, but at the same time, when you have men that's in the community that's always doing stuff with the youth, and you know they help raising the village, you can look at your homeboy, and he'd be like, "Man," I was like, "Man, where your pops at, man?" Man, I don't know. So your rag-ass mama ain't tell you that with your daddy? You had to wait till he died for her to tell you? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, wait. We're talking like kids, like yeah.
Like what I'm telling you is this happens all the time. That a dude will find out when this man is getting buried that was his daddy, but he know this nigga his whole life. His mama never told him. What the fuck? What?
I don't even know a situation like that. My mom and dad were.
Yeah, I don't know no situation like that. I'm like,
keep on living. Keep on living. Keep on living.
My children, so
keep on living.
I don't know about that issue.
Keep on living. It happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Country stuff, I don't know.
But I don't.
It happens all the time. This is the real world, Nicole. It happens all the time.
Yeah, I live in the real world too. I just didn't. I wasn't around that type of stuff. Thank you, hallelujah.
What
type of stuff? I don't think
that's
women
normal. What do you mean?
Date. I don't think women who date casually gonna end up in that extreme situation. No, that's kind of like
extreme.
No, I just think that women should be able to date just as freely. But I'm not saying
they do date just as freely and then some.
Huh?
They do date just as freely and then some.
But I think most women would prefer to be in a committed relationship if they had to choose. But
most women are women you know.
You single.
Most women are women you personally know.
I think most women would prefer to be in a committed relationship with one man, but we date when we sing. You single, you gonna sit up in the house every Friday? Because Lord knows I'm not.
I just don't.
If you ain't single and you living in the house with somebody and he ain't in the house on Fridays, you ain't got no business in the house on Fridays.
I just believe that this day and age, there's a selective few. It's not plentiful like it once was. You know what I mean?
Well, like the what do you
like what Precious is talking about. I just really think they don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
No, I think we do, but like I said, it's been a lot of years of women are supposed to be in the house and they supposed to just, women ain't supposed to do this and they ain't supposed to date too much and they ain't supposed to wear their skirt too short and da 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 da. And now it's like, why? Like,
I mean, they're gonna do what they want to do anyway.
Why if Chris asks me out this Friday, I can't go have a drink with Chris, and Jeremy asks me out next week, I can't go have a drink with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be laying with all these folk, but
to me, that's your business.
Laying with all these people.
That's your business on Friday night. If you want to have a drink with Chris, Jeremy, Mike, and Scotty on that Friday night, that's your business.
I'm just saying it shouldn't be frowned upon. That's all I'm saying. Right. It just shouldn't be frowned upon. Especially if you safe, you're not, horn around, you having fun until you find that one person that you don't want to talk to nobody else for. I don't think it should be frowned upon. I don't think it should be seen as if you doing that, you gonna have a baby and you don't know who the daddy is. Like that.
I mean, I ain't saying all that, but
how we get from drinks to you don't know your baby.
I mean, I ain't saying all that, but it's been situations that that people get themselves into, and it's kind of hard to crawl out of. But anyway, back to these boundaries with y'all women, man. Cause I hear so many women that say this is exactly what they say. I don't fuck with bitches. Real talk, like all the time.
I think women who don't have at least one good girlfriend, that's a red flag for me. Because every black woman I've always been raised, from my grandma to my grandma's sisters, have always had at least one good girlfriend that they could call. I think, especially with black women, I think if a black woman don't have at least one friend, something wrong. I probably don't want to be cool with her.
Tell you what,
why nobody like you?
Your ass need to take a poll. Cause I done heard several women say, "Well, I don't fuck with them. I
done heard a lot of women say that.
And so, if all her friends is male, you got 5 male friends and not one female friend that you can go to the Coach bag store with, or go to Victoria's Secret so y'all can tell all your secrets to Vicky. I don't know. So so I don't know, man. Like I just think that a lot of the animosity comes in, man. Where who told you that you can't get along with this person? Like, is it because she moved different, or she got the capability of accomplishing more than you? But why not befriend her and ask her, like, how you do that, sis? You know what I mean? Like I like the way you move, or how would you invest this and that and the third? And what are the key points in what makes you so wise with this? You know what I mean? How did you learn that? Like, it's only a simple conversation, that can be had, and it's a way you direct your energy towards that conversation.
Yeah, I think I think it's a case-by-case basis. You have to look at the woman, saying that if a woman say, I don't F with other women, and she don't have no female friends, it may be a lot of insecurities there. Maybe she might, see you with, doing your PR stuff, and it's something that she haven't been able to achieve. So being around you, that's just too much. Or she might see her other girlfriends just succeeding, or they might go out and all the dudes kind of gravitate to this one woman, and they just can't handle it. It depends. She might have a lot of insecurities that she need to check herself. And to be quite honest, if you that insecure, I don't even want to be friends with you, because that's too much work to try to appease you and walk on. Yeah, to make sure you comfortable 24/7. So when you hear women say,
"Oh, girl, you look good in them jeans. Oh, girl, your shirt pretty on you. Oh, girl, your hair so cute. Oh,"
and you got to do that all day,
baby. Come on, baby, stop. Like, if I got to do that all the time, and if I'm not doing that to you, then you got a problem with me because I ain't stroking your ego. Or if I'm not, if I question, like, "Oh, do you really like them? Like, you like them shoes?" Or you said that like you was hating, baby. Come on, I ain't got to hate on you.
Exactly.
That's never it.
Exactly.
I'm just wondering.
So okay. So that's it. So when they say you said it like you was hating, why does there have to be a follow-up statement to address that? You know, could it not be?
I'm never hating.
No, but could it be like, all right, okay, cool, and you just step off? You know what I mean?
No, because I want to know why the hell you say that.
But that stepping off says a whole lot, way more than an explanation they can give. Believe that.
Right. Because a whole lot of let alone is the worst pain you can give somebody. We understand that. But silence also kills. We understand that. But if you're my friend, I want to know how long you hold that in.
Exactly.
So how do we know? This is what I'm trying to decipher about females. And I got 3 queens on here, so you know I'm trying to get it all. Give me them nuggets, right? So how do you guys decipher, like, if this female is a genuine friend to you? Like do y'all look at body language? Do y'all look at eye contact? Like, because I know you hear speech, but you know, what other signs do you look at to really, you know, be like, she really fucked me, or looking like, this bitch here on borrowed time? I'm just saying.
I look at actions.
Actions, and I'm an energy person too.
Yeah, like actions and energy.
I'm an empath, so you know, if the energy is not right, something is there, and I'm just like, okay, why is this shift? Then maybe it's something that, you know, it's a reason why you feeling that energy, you know.
And so another thing, you remember a lot. Okay, so this thing called when people are speaking to you and they use this word energy a lot now, right? So what deciphers for you to even use this word energy? Because I can think back to some conversations where people didn't use this word energy a while back. You know what I mean? Not everybody's energy. I'm just saying. Now they got energy this, energy that. You know what I mean? You know,
because they're no longer scared of the religious and spiritual values that they have as a human being. It was a time when if you didn't say the word Christianity behind something, then you were like a pagan. So to use the word vibe or use the word energy suggests that you spiritually believe in something else. So to hold that word back, you know,
but my thing is, a lot of people who use the word energy a lot of people can't even spell the fucking word. Listen, man, like, and so these are people that you've been knowing for a long time, and you be like, you say what? You be like, bro, come on, man. Like, did you go somewhere and get some of that Baduism? You know, are you gonna start wearing the shoulder pads and the football helmet, the cowboy boots like Andre? Like, I mean, it's like I know you. I grew up with you. For real? This just don't happen overnight. You know what I mean?
It does.
No.
It doesn't happen overnight.
It does.
Okay.
I mean, for me,
maybe
like I've
world.
always.
I'm gonna tell you this: not the spirituality and not the the ability to feel it, that is a learned skill, but the verbiage is overnight.
Yeah, cause it's trending, so you want to be a part. People want to be a part of that trend.
No, not everybody.
Yeah.
It ain't.
Yeah,
No,
I ain't say
energy
I
is
didn't
putting
say
a
everybody.
word to
Right,
how
I
you
didn't say
feeling.
everybody.
Right, but trendy.
I didn't say everybody.
I think to be an empath, I don't think that's trendy, because the process that you go through to even recognize that you are empath is almost scary. So I don't think people. When I figured out that I was an absorber, and I didn't think that it was. I didn't even want to tell nobody until I got of age, because it was like, people don't think I'm crazy if I tell somebody that I felt like this, or that I had a dream, and people are going to be like, I thought you said you're a Christian, or I thought you said you believed in God, or I thought you know what I mean? So nobody wants to tell anybody that. So I don't think, I think it's more of a held back thing. Like, I can't tell nobody that. They don't think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But people are definitely sensonoids down here, and we are all to be able to use our special gifts in certain ways. And you just have to learn how to tap into it, and then let it grow and manifest it to its full capacity. And everybody has something, whether it be sense, smell, thoughts, dreams, full-fledged on what is it called? Telepathy. Is that? Yeah, or just completely psychic. I mean, everybody has something out here. Men too. Men, you guys have it. And they call it woman's intuition, and men have intuition too. Or is it just a simple fact that we all have, or is it just a simple fact that it's called game? And I tell people this all the time. I don't care if you watch The Wizard of Oz, Diana Ross played it, and Dorothy Dandridge, is that her name? Whoever the first one played it. I don't care what it is. When we say the yellow brick road, we all know that it's what? Wizard of Oz. The only thing that made the Wizard of Oz different was Diana Ross made it more spontaneous and more flamboyant. So it's just like game. Game is the same thing. I don't care if you're in corporate America or if you're in the bottom of the ghetto selling drugs. It's still game. You're going to be able to recognize it when you see it. The only thing that makes a difference is who doing it. That's it.
Right.
I mean, men have it, women have it. It's not woman's intuition or men's intuition. It's bullshit. And we all recognize it when we see it.
Exactly. Hello.
So,
that's it. That is it.
So back to your book. Now, you got a dangerous character that nobody likes. And so a lot of times with people that nobody likes, a lot of those in my life journey, a lot of people that nobody likes be the richest motherfuckers that I've ever met in my life.
She says she Kenya like nice stuff and all the most
they ain't friendly. You know, like if they rock with you,
but she's not friendly.
if they rock with you, they rock with you. But they might, it's like they'll rock with you while you're out. But if they see you while you with your crew, they ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean? Because they potentially is not gonna like nobody in your crew. They like you. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And people like that.
Yeah, it is. It is
real life folks like that.
Right. And
that's exactly my character.
Right. I don't have no problem with them. They be like, yo, man, you can come. And, I done told homeboy before. I was like, bro, I'm about to fly. Where you going, bro? I was like, I'm about to go to study. Like, oh, man, no, you can't roll with this with him, man. Nah, it ain't your groove. You know what I mean? It ain't your groove. You know what I mean? And sometimes it gotta be like that. And, people may not understand why it's gotta be like that, but sometimes it gotta be like that. Like when you're really rocking with somebody, and especially if you're doing some power moves and building a relationship on business, they're not interested in who your crew is. They kind of really interested in who you are and, how y'all can benefit one another. So it's gonna be interesting, especially when this book is turned into a series. I would be very interested to see who would play that character that nobody liked. You know what I mean? That's gonna be very interesting, and people in series and movies and stuff like that, they actually are the ones who really, really, really make that movie or that series stand out. You know what I mean? Because they're always in the thick of things.
I can't hear y'all again.
You can't hear us?
Somebody must keep calling her, man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I notice when I have things like this, I always have to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. So when I'm doing something like this, it doesn't mess up the audio or whatever that you have.
Well, just to say the least.
Oh my goodness.
Can you hear us now?
I think I messed up again.
Can you hear?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear?
Gotta go out.
Well, just to say the least, Nicole and Ashley, this has been a very interesting conversation.
I bet it has.
I would definitely like to have more of these. Sure.
I didn't
Back
think
to
you
that
were
mindset.
show up, Ashley.
Excuse me?
Huh?
I said I didn't think you were gonna show up, Ashley. I'm glad you came.
Yeah, we all glad you did.
It didn't work.
Maybe.
What the hell?
There we go. It's okay.
I'm gonna take a class.
They're going to tell you all about Exquisite Conversation and what they saw you doing tonight.
Listen, they gonna be so mad with me because I'm having technical difficulties. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's okay. We don't had other stuff happen worse than somebody's going. Believe me when I tell you.
So let me ask you a question. When you're in your writing and you in your creative process, a lot of times, can you explain to us where you're at mentally and emotionally, and does that push you more even to have a different narrative while you're writing with the twists and turns of the story?
I like, in terms of my creative process, I don't really like to plan it too much. I don't really like to sit down and write an outline. I just kind of like to write, and whatever thoughts come to my head, I just want to write them, and I can make it pretty later. Long as I do it like that, I feel like it comes out better. Because when I try to make an outline of every little thing that's gonna happen, it just don't come out the best to me. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the narrative, the story, it just come out best when I just let it flow. I try not to think about it too much. Because like I was saying earlier, if I overthink anything, I'm not gonna do it. So
Right. Okay. So Nicole.
Yes.
Since you are an actress, and with you hearing her story outline and seeing, the twists and turns of it and stuff like that, where would you put your place?
Kenya.
You don't want to be Kenya.
Okay.
You want to be a lot of things. You don't want to be Kenya.
Tell you why I want to be Kenya, because I'm the opposite of Kenya right now. My regular life is I'm always a good person. I'm always a nice person. I'm always this is what I'm told. Oh, you so sweet. Oh, you so nice. Oh, you so you. They always say I'm really passive. So if I was gonna play a mean part, I'd turn up the flame.
God.
So I got people like Kenya, like homeboys and homegirls, and people always tell me, man, Jack, I don't even know how you deal with them. That ain't for you to know how I deal with them. You know what I mean?
How do you deal with them?
How do I?
Yeah.
It's easy.
Talk
I just
about
meet him where they at.
TKO.
I just meet him where they at. You know what I mean? So, cause them is me. So, I mean,
Huh?
I ain't
in
meet
a,
you yet. You got to go. I can't do it.
in a lot of ways, I understand them. You know, cause I'm Gemini. I'm up and down. So, in a lot of ways,
Let me ask this question. Why
I can really
do
understand
people do that? Why do people take their astrological sign and use it for their credibility, for their misbehavior? Why do they do that? I'm a Cancer, so you know, because
I mean,
like
people call it misbehavior because when we try to explain stuff to people and get them to understand, they don't want to understand. So the best thing you can do is use the gift that God blessed you with. It's called reading. Just read about us.
Okay, so what do they say about Geminis?
I'll let you read it, and then you
Power
understand.
Y'all mean, y'all surly.
We are up and down. Like 1 minute we
Sour patch.
very nice,
the next
and
minute,
then when we don't want to be bothered, we just don't want to be bothered. But when we do tell people we don't want to be bothered, they just jug, and then what happens.
Interesting.
All right.
Interesting. Well, Precious, what's your sign?
What's my sign? I am a Pisces.
Okay, I'm an Aquarius, so we probably will.
Yeah, we neighbors.
Precious, you are Pisces.
You said you're a Scorpio, Ashley?
A Virgo.
Okay, you see. I don't know nothing about signs.
I don't either. Girl, we right here. Did you hear me just say that? Like, what do they have to do with anything? I have no idea. So we on the same page, Precious.
So just because you don't know about it, you're gonna say, what does it have to do with anything, right?
I'm not that I don't know about it so I can say it. I'm just saying, why do people always? My mother was a Gemini, so I have to say, why do people always? Why do people always do that? You know, refer back to the sign, astrological sign, as if it's okay to be a certain type of way. That's what I'm saying. So because you're a Gemini, it allows. That means, I'm a Gemini, so that means what? That means you're mean, you're surly, you're what? You know what I'm saying? I'm an Aquarius. So what does that mean? Does that mean I'm mean? What does that mean? Why do you refer back to the sign as if it's okay to be not so perfect because the sign says that it's not? So if the sign had said that you were sweet, kind, compassionate, and loyal, that means that you would be a sweet, kind, compassionate, loyal Gemini. The sign just says something else. It doesn't mean that you have to be that way. The sign says that.
Yeah, I don't know, because I think everybody had them qualities, right? Like,
no,
had what quality?
Like
everybody had what quality?
A piece of the sign that you, a personality of the sign.
Like,
yeah, that's what I'm
got
saying.
A piece of that, like you said, you be up and down, hot and cold. Hell, I be up and down, hot and cold. Like, if I don't feel like being bothered, I don't know.
Right. So that was the point that I was making right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying, Nicole.
Everybody is different.
But have you guys ever did like a natal chart on yourself, on like where the planets are?
I don't even know what that is. What is that? You said a natal chart?
A natal chart, yeah. It talks about like basically like where the your signs, the planets and stuff were when you were born. Mm-hmm. And it like each of those different things will tell you like
where you are,
how things will kind of like be basically and where you are.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's very interesting.
And that sounds more on point to me than anything doing a natal chart. When you do a natal chart, you have someone else do it, whatever. But just the letters in your birthday, the letters in your name, and you add them up, you get these certain things, and it tells you where the sun and the moon is, and if you're in birth, your charms, your life path. So it tells you some things that are really quite interesting about yourself.
That's so interesting. How you know it's accurate?
when you read it, you will just as well as he said.
Yes, when
you know yourself.
Okay.
when you read it, you gonna know it's accurate.
It, right? You know. That
Oh, okay. I see.
you know that you
like
qualify in that thing in that realm because you know yourself. So you be like, wow,
okay. Oh,
kind of interesting.
Now that seemed interesting.
Yeah, you can look it up. You can. I mean, you can actually, if you Google it, and you put your numbers in, the Google will actually do it for you and tell you. What
I have a website that in the app that I can send you, and it calculates everything up since you were born.
Send it
but
to
it'll
everybody.
tell you like where. All right, I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah, send it to everybody.
It's very
to
interesting.
all of us.
Because once you start going through it and they start really telling you about your
Yeah.
But it's definitely interesting for sure. It's definitely, I think that a lot of people should do it to just know a little bit more about themselves. I think it's something that can be beneficial. Absolutely. Don't make that face, Jacob.
I ain't said nothing.
He looking like, what is this?
I ain't said nothing, man. I ain't said nothing.
I never heard of it. I can't knock it till I try.
I ain't said nothing.
Your face said it. That's why.
There's nothing wrong with it. I think, I don't know, that's kind of interesting because a lot of people, I think, need stuff like that because they may not know what certain behaviors and things come from. So it sounds beneficial to me. What you think, Jacob? You gonna do it?
No.
I don't know.
Look.
I don't.
You was just screaming. You a Gemini.
But I don't know. I don't know about all that.
He was doing all this by being a Gemini, but he's just gonna draw the line at the chart.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
All right.
I don't know about all that, but you know, we'll see. I ain't gonna make you no promises.
I'm gonna start one and I'm gonna do it for you, and then I'm gonna send you it. And then you can further look at yourself.
Bless your heart.
Interesting. You guys, we are down to the hour, down to the count. Precious Gibson here, giving us the information about our book. You guys, go get it. Tell them where to purchase your book at.
Well, on Valentine's Day, you can get it for your reader boo on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles, and I will have some other platforms in the upcoming weeks, but those are my two initial platforms on Valentine's Day.
She said for your reader boo.
For your reader boo.
And Mercy.
Love it. That's me. I love to read. So yeah, you guys go.
Me too.
Go purchase the book. Go purchase the book. Follow her on Facebook, YouTube, and every other platform that she's on. You know what I'm saying? We having a good night here and good time here. How'd you like the show?
I love it. I love to just carry on and keep anything that'll pull me away from work.
Absolutely.
I could just chill.
She said she could just chill. You had a good time tonight. That's what I hear. Y'all heard it best. Y'all heard it from her tonight. Precious Gibson said exquisite conversation is lit, and we stay lit. Tune in. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Everybody. Good night.